Hidradenitis suppurativa, also known as acne inversa, is a genetic skin disorder affecting around 3% of the population. The disorder is characterized by recurrent boil-like lumps or abscesses forming under the skin. The lumps are often found in the armpits, chest, groin, buttocks, and in the neck. When the disorder is more severe, the lumps are also seen forming in other areas of the body. To explain what an abscess is and how it can be recognized, we will take a closer look at the skin. Here, a cross-section of the skin is shown. The outermost layer of the skin consists of dead skin cells and is called the stratum corneum. Below the stratum corneum, living skin cells in the epidermis are multiplying and forming the new skin layers. The deepest layer in the skin is called the dermis. The dermis contains the sweat glands, hair cells, nerves, and immune cells. In people with hidradenitis suppurativa, an abscess is created when an area of the skin becomes inflamed. Inflammation is the body's own reaction to a foreign object, such as an infection, or in the case of HS, it is caused by a malfunctioning of the immune system. Inflammation is thus the reaction to an infection, and not the infection itself. The very same inflammation caused by the immune system, used to protect the skin, can in some cases also cause tissue damage in the skin, thus killing the skin cells. As the inflammation expands, skin cells will start to die and bacteria living naturally on the skin will start to feed on the leftovers. Finally, as a last resort to stop the spreading of the inflammation, the surrounding skin cells will change and create scar tissue around the area of the inflammation. This creates a wall of scar tissue with a pus-filled core, and this is what is called an abscess. The abscess will feel like a lump similar to a ping-pong ball or a golf ball beneath the skin. It will be extremely sensitive and painful to touch. In some cases, a small hole will eventually form, allowing the pus-filled core to be drained. But in the more severe cases of HS, several abscesses located next to each other can start growing together into intricate networks. As the concentration of cytokines increases, other immune cells will arrive and do their part in the fight against the primary infection. As many of the cytokines released amplifies their own release, a positive feedback loop is created. This is similar to playing the sound from a speaker back into the microphone, creating the amplification and distortion sometimes heard at a concert. To avoid this self-amplification problem, the immune system has developed a number of different ways to regulate the signaling and avoid too much signaling being generated. For yet unknown reasons, the mechanisms that are supposed to keep all these signals in balance fails, and too much of the signaling molecules, named tumor necrosis factor alpha, interleukin-1 beta, interleukin-6, and many more, are released in too large an amount. Studies have shown that HS patients have up to 30 times higher concentration of these molecules in their skin than normal people. This massive release of cytokines causes the immune cells to be overactivated, and instead of protecting the skin cells by killing the bacteria, they start going on a killing frenzy and kill everything around them. As the immune cells start killing more skin cells, the skin cells will send out more cytokines to alert more immune cells from further away that they are being attacked and that they need the immune cells to come and protect them. Now even more immune cells will migrate towards the area. As HS is a genetic disease, all the cells in the body will have the same systematic error, and this misregulation will start amplifying itself. In the end, massive death of skin cells will trigger the last line of defense known by the body for when everything else fails. It is now clear to the skin cells that something is seriously wrong, and they will start to form scar tissue around the infected site in order to create an impenetrable barrier for the growing abscess. Immune cells and bacteria are in the core of the battle, and thus the abscess